Do you know what the most dangerous thing in the world is? It's not a weapon, it's not physical power, because if someone attacks your body once, you might survive. You can heal, you can recover, but if someone gains control over your mind, you don't even realize what's happening. And slowly, you stop living your own life. You become their puppet. The scariest part. In today's world, manipulation is everywhere. In schools, in colleges, in offices, even in your closest relationships. Friends, family, partners, and the worst thing? Most of the time, you don't even notice it. You think you're making your own decisions, but in reality, someone else is pulling the strings. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 powerful manipulation techniques that people use to control your thoughts, emotions, and decisions. And trust me, once you understand these, you'll never see people the same way again. So watch till the end, because the last few techniques can completely change the way you think forever. Now, the question is, do you want to stay a puppet or become the player? 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous psychological tricks. Here, the manipulator makes you doubt your own reality. You clearly saw something happen, but they'll say that never happened. You're overthinking. You're imagining things. At first you argue, but slowly, you start questioning yourself. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misunderstood. And that's where they win, because once you stop trusting your own mind, they gain full control. 2. Guilt tripping. This is one of the most common techniques. They don't force you. They emotionally pressure you. I always do so much for you, and you can't even do this one thing for me? Now you feel guilty. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, you feel like you owe them something, and without realizing it, you say yes. Not because you want to, but because you feel bad. 3. Love bombing. At the beginning, everything feels perfect. They give you extreme attention, constant compliments, non-stop care. You feel special, important, chosen. But here's the trap. Once you become emotionally attached, you start depending on them. They change. Now, they control your emotions. Your happiness depends on them, and that's how they take over your freedom. 4. Fear tactics. Fear is one of the strongest human emotions, and manipulators know exactly how to use it. They trigger your fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing something important. If you don't do this, you'll lose your job. If you leave, you'll regret it forever. Tawanastes. Now you're not choosing freely anymore. You're reacting out of fear, and fear makes you obey. 5. Silent treatment. Sometimes manipulation is not loud, it's silence. They stop talking to you, ignore your messages, act like you don't exist, and suddenly you feel uncomfortable, anxious, guilty. Even if you did nothing wrong, you end up apologizing just to fix things. That's how they train you to always submit. 6. Triangulation. This is all about comparison. They bring a third person into the picture. Look at them. They're better than you. Why can't you be like others? Now you feel insecure. You start proving yourself, trying harder, seeking validation. And while you're busy competing, they stay in control. 7. Projection. Here's a clever trick. They blame you for their own flaws. If they lie, they call you a liar. If they're toxic, they accuse you of being negative. It confuses you. You start defending yourself, instead of noticing their behavior. And that's exactly what they want. 8. Playing the victim. They act helpless. They exaggerate their problems, their struggles, their pain, so you feel sympathy. You want to help. But slowly you realize, you're always giving, and they're always taking. That's not kindness, that's manipulation. 9. Scarcity principle. Limited time offer. Last chance. Only now. Sound familiar? This creates urgency. You feel like if you don't act now, you'll lose something important. So you rush. You don't think. And that's when they control your decisions. 10. Flattery trap. This one feels good. And that's why it's dangerous. They praise you. You're the smartest. You're the only one I trust. You're special. And you believe it. You feel happy, valued. But then they ask for something. And without realizing it, you give your time, energy, and effort, all because of sweet words. Final message. The truth is, Manipulation doesn't look dangerous. It feels normal, friendly, sometimes even loving, and that's why it works. But now you're aware, and awareness is power. So next time someone tries to control you, you'll see it, you'll understand it, and most importantly, you won't fall for it. Remember, don't be the puppet, be the player.